Why, hello there. Welcome back to another lip product declutter video. This is part 2, and it is basically all my liquid lipsticks and sort of lip products in stick form. Now, unfortunately, I'm having to do a voiceover because I lost the audio of this video, and I've basically filmed this video twice already, and I just couldn't bring myself to film it again. So unfortunately, I'm gonna try and do a voiceover. I know it's not ideal, but hopefully you will enjoy this video and continue watching. I forgot to do a disclaimer in part 1, but please don't ask me for any decluttered products. These products have been used and they're old, and I'm throwing them away basically. So thank you for watching, and please enjoy the second part of my lip product declutter series. Okay, let's start with this Maybelline dual-ended lip product. I think it's a Superstay something or other. These are like the really long-wearing lip products where you have the liquid lipstick on one end and then like a balm or a gloss on the other end. This one is a pretty grape color. I don't do a swatch of this one because I think it's quite a long-wearing product, so I didn't want to have to scrub it off my hand. I am not a big fan of these types of products. I've tried so many. The problem is that they're not actually that long wearing on me. They tend to start wearing off in the center of the lips or cracking or flaking depending on the formula. And then the problem is that they're very hard to get off the lips, and it's also not great because you can't really reapply. That's what I found. They don't really layer well on top of each other. So I'm kind of then left with janky looking lips. Unless I pretty much try and scrub it off my lips, basically. You need a dual phase makeup remover to get these products off your lips easily. So I think I'm saying here that while the color is nice and the balm on the other end is decent, I just don't wear these types of products. So this one is actually a declutter. Okay, moving on. So this is a NYX product, very similar to the Maybelline product we just talked about. This is a really pretty brownie nude. Basically, I think I'm trying to describe the formula here. This one has a gloss at the end, so it's like a shiny liquid lipstick. It does look pretty on the lips. It is a pretty color. However, as I've said, I don't really reach for this type of formula, and so this is also a declutter. Next up, we have these two liquid lipsticks from NYX. They don't make these anymore. They've actually been discontinued for a while now. These were the NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks. I think I was one of the only people that liked these liquid lipsticks. They were basically a line of nude liquid lipsticks, and the two I'm holding here are like a beigey nude and a more pinky nude. I loved these liquid lipsticks. I found them to be really nice and smooth on the lips, really long wearing. You know, they're matte liquid lipsticks, so of course they're going to make your lips look a little bit dry, but I didn't find them overly drying or anything. And it's interesting because I watched so many reviews that had the opposite view to mine. They thought that these were so drying and they didn't look nice and all this sort of stuff. But this was a really affordable, nice option for a liquid lipstick, in my opinion. And I'm really sad that NYX actually discontinued these. These are a little old and they smell funny, basically. Last time I went to use them, I thought, they don't smell right. And so both of these are going to be decluttered. Moving on to these NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I have sped up this part of the video because I spent 6 minutes talking about these, and I don't know what I was saying here. I think I was saying that I quite like this formula. There were some limited edition metallic versions and then the standard cream formula. They're like a sort of creamy, moussey formula, really nice and soft on the lips. Initially not transfer proof, but as they sort of remain on your lips and settle in after a couple of hours, I found that there was decent color left and they were quite long wearing. NYX has discontinued these, at least in Australia. I think there's newer versions of these, which is why I've sped up this part of the video. You can see I'm swatching them, but at this point, I don't think there's any point because I'm not even sure if you can get all of these colors anymore. But you can see I had like a decent range of pinks and reds and nudes. And my favorite, which was the color Los Angeles, will be swatched at the end. It's like this greigey nude that was really in like 5 or 6 years ago. These are actually minis that I got in a few NYX advent calendars back in the day. And yeah, like I said, I actually found this formula to be really nice. I know a lot of people didn't like it. The packaging could be a bit funny. It was hard to get product out sometimes. So I think that was why some people didn't like it. But again, a really nice, affordable lip product that has again sadly been discontinued from what I can see. I haven't tried the new versions. I don't know if I will, but I really did like these ones, and they're all being decluttered basically because they're all old. And unfortunately, when I went to use a few of them, they smelled funny, and so I subsequently went and smelled the other ones and they were off, so they've been decluttered. Next up, we have the matte liquid lip paints from Mellow Cosmetics. These are really nice. These are some of my favorite formulas. I have 3 colors, and there's like a deeper burgundy, a plummy nude, and then a more beigey nude. And this formula is really comfortable on the lips. Like most liquid matte lipsticks, as it settles down on your lips throughout the day, it becomes more transfer proof. I find that these wear really nicely, and the 2 nude shades that I have are just really creamy and nice, go on evenly and smoothly. The one I'm swatching for you now is called Tehran, and you can see it's a really pretty beigey nude. And this one's my favorite color. It's also very similar to MAC Whirl, so I really like it for that reason. And then the next one I'm swatching is the color called Shanghai, which is like a darker nude. It's ever so slightly plum in real life. It looks quite brown there. And then I believe the next shade, nope, I'm smelling it for some reason. This is relatively new, so it wouldn't be off, but okay, just checking that they're not off. This one I believe is called Budapest, and it's like a really pretty berry plum. I ended up decluttering this one because this one on the lips is a little streaky. The formula feels a little bit different to the other 2 nudes, and I think burgundy purple shades are hard to formulate, so but because it is a bit streaky and I just don't wear it for that reason, I am going to declutter this one. Next up is the only liquid lipstick I've ever had from Inglot. This was actually a gift from my sister. This was a gorgeous, gorgeous bright red. I've had it in my collection for a long time. I was really impressed with this formula. I felt like it went on the lips beautifully and it lasted so well and wore off so well. And I always intended to go back and try more of these Inglot matte liquid lipsticks, but I just have such a large collection that I never ended up doing that. But basically, this is quite old now. It's over 5 years old, and it had finally started to smell weird. And so I decided to declutter this lip product, even though it's a really, really pretty bright red and I think quite unique in my collection, actually, in terms of the color. Okay, now we move on to a brand called O2O. And this liquid lipstick was actually a gift with purchase. I had ordered some liquid blushes from them, which I do quite like actually. And then this was in the package as a gift with purchase. This is in the color 14 Chill, a really pretty burgundy plum. And I really like the formula of this. These are similar to the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, a little bit more moussey, but really pretty and really nice on the lips. And I wore it once and I found that it wore pretty decently, so I am interested in trying more products from this brand. Now I'm showing you the liquid lipstick products that I own from Maybelline. These 2 are the Superstay Vinyl Inks. This peachy nude is called 15 Peachy, and it's just a really pretty peachy nude. And the brighter pink, which I'll swatch in a minute, is called 45 Capricious. And these are a really nice product. I think they were kind of marketed as being these ultra shiny liquid lipsticks. They're not ultra shiny. They're kind of like a cream. They kind of look like a cream lipstick on the lips, but they're really pretty, really long wearing, not too hard to take off. And so I'm actually quite a fan of both of these products, and I will be keeping. And I should mention that I'm also keeping the previous product, the O2O lip product. This one is like their Superstay matte liquid lipstick. And I'm just checking that I don't have any more of these. I think I only had 2 or 3 at one point. This one is a mini, and it's like this caramel sort of nudie color. And I don't really like these. I'm showing you that I think these are like a similar formula to those dual-ended long-wear lip products that I talked about at the beginning of the video, in that I just find these quite drying actually, and really difficult to take off the lips. They are long-wearing in that sense, and they are a decent formula for what they are, but they're not my preferred formula. And so I've ended up decluttering the others over the years, and I ended up decluttering this one as well. Next are these Bourjois sort of velvet liquid lipsticks. I've sped up this portion of the video because Bourjois has pulled out of the Australian market, and I just don't know if anyone will be able to get these anymore. These are a really lovely moussey liquid lip product. I have about 9 shades. I decided to keep all the shades. I'll swatch them in a moment, you'll see, so you can see all the colors. I have pinks, purples, nudes, and I'm keeping all of these products. These, like I said, are a really nice formula, really smooth on the lips. They wear off really nicely, and over time, as they settle on your lips, they actually become more and more transfer proof, and in that sense are quite long wearing. However, if you eat and drink, they're going to come off, right? So they're not fully transfer proof, but they do last a decent amount of time for the type of product that they are. So you can see I'm just swatching them now. I really love this formula, and I'm actually really bummed that Bourjois pulled out of the Australian market. They had some really, really good products. I was a big fan of their complexion products too, actually. So here you go. You can see the swatches of my lip products. I really like the range of colors that I have. And like I said, I'm keeping all of these colors. I have 3 of these Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink liquid lipsticks. These are really, really nice lip products. Definitely worth the money. And sorry about the gross packaging. I swear at Priceline they put all these stickers on there, and it's really hard to get them off. So the packaging ends up looking really gross. So I apologize for that. I have 3 shades, as I said, like a more brownie nude, which is what I've swatched there, and that's in 002 Wild Rose. I have a more plummy sort of color, which is what I'm swatching now, and that's 032 Lady Topaz. And like I said, it's like slightly more plummy color, very, very pretty on the lips. And the final shade, which I'll swatch momentarily, is like a peachy pinky nude, and it's 006 Eyes on You. I really like this formula, really comfortable to wear. It settles nicely on the lips. It wears beautifully, really, really impressive. And I could easily own more shades if I didn't have such a massive lip product collection already. The only thing is that like one of the colors that I have has some shimmer in it, and it's sort of hard to tell from the packaging, but I quite like the effect. So I don't mind, but just so you're aware that that is the case. Next, I have this Revlon Jelly Tint lip color. Unfortunately, the shade of it is not on the packaging. This is a really nice formula. This is like a My Lips But Better, really pretty peachy pink. And it's got this jelly sort of formula that's really light and comfortable on the lips. Every time I wear this, I get a lot of compliments. And it's got just the right amount of gloss, just the right amount of moisturizing and comfort. Highly, highly recommend. And and I'm keeping this lip product. I really, really like this formula. Moving on to the Kaleidos liquid lipsticks, another formula that's one of my favorites. This is a very comfortable, moussey formula that settles beautifully on the lips, wears really well. The color I'm swatching here is the shade Adobe. This actually comes in a pack of 4 nudes, which is what I have. I purchased them as a pack. That's still available on the Kaleidos website. So if you're interested, you can go and have a look at the swatches and the shades there as well. I believe the next shade I'm swatching is the more sort of terracotta one called Sienna. And there are 2 more nudes there, more like sort of beigey, greigey nudes. A really nice selection of nudes, actually. I believe this one is... Oh, though this is Sienna. Sorry, this shade is Sienna. I think the one I was swatched before was the shade Terra, I believe. And the last one that I'll swatch is the shade Dune. And like I said, it's sold as a pack and it's still available on the Kaleidos website. These are a really, really nice formula and they last a decent amount of time, and as they wear on your lips they do become more transfer proof, but importantly for me they also wear off really well. I also about a year ago actually, did purchase another shade which I'm showing now. This shade is Cactus Flower and it's a really, really beautiful bright pink, not too warm, not too cool, really pretty pink. And if 2023 had like a shade for me, like a standout shade, it would be this shade, because I'll show you another lip product that I bought from NARS that is a very, very similar shade, because I just love this. It's so flattering on me, and I'm keeping all my Kaleidos liquid lipsticks. So I think I wanted to go through some of the individual type products that I have. This is a matte velvet lip pencil from Bourjois. I ended up decluttering this one and I'm showing you the shade there, which is like a brighter, warmer pink. And this just had enough white in it that the formula was more difficult to work with. It settled into my lip lines and didn't wear really well, and also emphasized dry patches and things like that. So this was like a bit of a disappointing product from Bourjois for me, and I ended up decluttering that product. And next is this random product. Oh my god, it's so old, from L'Oreal. I don't even know. It's Pink It Again 004 is the shade, but I don't know what this range was called. It's a unique formula that it's got powder in the cap, and when you close the product, when you close the cap, more product is dispensed on this sponge tip. But it just looks so beautiful and blurring on the lips. It's a very pretty mid-tone pink, slightly on the warmer side, and it should be decluttered because it's so old. They don't even carry this anymore, but I love this color so much and this product and the effect of it on the lips so much. This really light, blurred, matte look that I keep it around. I still wear it and it wears beautifully on the lips. So this is a keep. Next is the NARS matte lip product. This is like a sharpenable pencil and it's in the shade Dragon Girl. And it's that really bright pink that I was talking about. It's very, very similar to Cactus Flower. And I just love the formula of these pencils. If these weren't so expensive and I didn't have so many lip products in my collection, I would own more of these. These are really, really good value, a good formula, I should say. And really pretty on the lips, wear really nicely as well. Moving on to the Colourpop lippy sticks that I have 5 remaining in my collection. And I have sped up this portion of the video because I'm just going to, some of these are not available anymore, like this one, this brown shade, which was called Pitch. Gorgeous, gorgeous, true brown, but it's not available anymore. And I've had it in my collection for so long. I believe it was the cream or standard matte formula back in the day. It was one of the first lippy sticks that Colourpop had. And so that one is being decluttered, even though I love it. It's just really old and I never use it. This is a brick red shade, and I believe I have one that's slightly more red. I ended up decluttering both of these because I just don't reach for them. They are quite old. They all smelled fine, which is why I've ended up keeping the two that you see in the box right there. This shade that I'm swatching for you is called Fab Five, which is a really pretty burgundy red. And these two are the Colourpop Matte X formula. This one and the one that I'll be swatching next, which is this really deep sort of smoky purple. And this one's called Pack Pack. Both of these were limited edition, I believe. They're no longer available. And I really love the Matte X formula from Colourpop. And I will be keeping these two products in my collection. Here is a fast-forwarded montage of everything that I'm keeping, so you can see all the products together. So I am keeping 26 products in my collection. And here is a montage, sped-up montage of everything that I'm decluttering. So you can see it all in one place. And I'm decluttering 19 products. So to recap, I had 45 products in this category. I am keeping 26 and decluttering 19. That's 40%. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for part 3.